So let's check out some videos that might make you question reality, amongst other things. Let's go.
Akşam. Vallahi içeride bir şey var. Var ya, burada bir şey sıkışmış bak. Taşın içinde bir şey var. Ana ne oluyor hocam? Hocam! Hocam! Hocam!
Circle. Look. This is hovering.
Of the 6 of us that were involved in the thing, including the video, every one of us is going to do 20 plus years in the military in very responsible positions. So I'd say the world needs to know that. It's not a joke.
Stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
20 plus years in the military, and they making them online, they making them feel like they're just some who's who that don't know what they're talking about or have no credibility, or just some wackos that are in the, like they slandering them so much.
Craft.
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
And was this documentary evidence, this video, photos, eyewitness? Like, how would that be determined?
The specific documentation I would have to talk to you in a skiff about.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And did that ever happen? Did he ever get the opportunity to speak to them in a skiff?
Okay. So, and you may or may not be able to answer my last question, and maybe we get into a skiff at the next hearing that we have, but who in the government, either what agency, sub-agency, what contractors, who should be called into the next hearing about UAPs, either in a public setting or even in a private setting? And you probably can't name names, but what agencies or organizations, contractors, et cetera, do we need to call in to get these questions answered, whether it's about funding, what programs are happening, and what's out there?
I can give you a specific cooperative and hostile witness list of specific individuals that were in those.
And how soon can we get that list?
I'm happy to provide that to you after the hearing.
Super. Thank you. And I yield back.
Make it public. Don't just give it to them. Make it public. We all want to know. We're all watching this hearing, or was watching this hearing. We all wanted to know.
Okay, now we have Mr. Langworthy's here. Okay.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank all of the witnesses for being here today to discuss this very unique topic. And I'd like to jump right into my questions, if you don't mind. Commander Fravor, can you briefly describe your background?
Yeah, I was an enlisted Marine, Naval Academy graduate, Navy, flew for 18 years, got a master's from University of Houston, and I've worked in the private sector for the last, 16 years, 17 years. I do a lot of defense work.
So really gold-plated credentials. Commander Fravor, we have all seen the
Gold-plated credentials, meaning to me, like, he ain't gonna just get up there and ruin his name just because he want to go viral.
floating Tic Tac video that you engaged with on November 14th, 2004. Can you briefly talk about why you were off the coast of San Diego that day?
Yeah, we were at a workup with all the battle groups, so we integrate the ships with the carrier, the air wing with the carrier, and we start working. So we were doing an air-to-air defense to hone not only our skills, but those of the USS Princeton when they had been tracking them for 2 weeks. The problem was that there was never manned aircraft airborne when they were tracking them, and this was the first day, and unfortunately, we were the ones airborne and went and saw it.
Do you remember the weather that day? Was it cloudy or windy or anything out of the ordinary on the Pacific coast?
It was actually, if you're familiar with San Diego, it was a perfect day, light winds, no white caps, clear skies, not a cloud. It was, for flying, it was the best.
Now, is it true that you saw, in your words, a 40-foot flying Tic Tac shaped object?
That's correct. Or for some people that can't know what a Tic Tac is, it's a giant flying propane tank.
Fair enough. Did this object come up on radar or interfere with your radar or the USS Princeton?
The Princeton tracked it, the Nimitz tracked it, the E2 tracked it. We never saw it on our radars. Our fire control radars never picked it up. The other airplane that took the video did get it on a radar. As soon as it tried to lock it, it jammed the radar, spit the lock, and he rapidly switched over to the targeting pod, which he can do in the F-18.
From what you saw that day and what you've seen on video, did you see any source of propulsion from the flying object, including on any potential thermal scans from your aircraft?
No, there's none. There's no IR plume coming out. And Chad, who took the video, went through all the EO, which is black and white TV, and the IR modes, and there's no visible signs of propulsion. It's just sitting in space at 20,000 feet.
In your career, have you ever seen a propulsion system that creates no thermal exhaust?
No.
Can you describe how the aircraft maneuvered?
Abruptly, very determinate. It knew exactly what it was doing. It was aware of our presence, and it had acceleration rates. I mean, it went from 0 to matching our speed in no time at all.
Now, if the fastest plane on Earth was trying to do these maneuvers that you saw, would it be capable of doing that?
No, not even close.
No.
And just to confirm, this object had no wings, correct?
No wings.
Now, was the aircraft that you were flying, was it armed?
No, never felt threatened at all.
If the aircraft was armed, do you believe that your aircraft or any aircraft in possession of the United States could have shot the Tic Tac down?
I'd say no. Just on the performance, it would just left in a split second.
It looks like that we have a problem here that needs further investigation.
Yes.
We're like, yes, that's why we're here. Duh.
In your belief, is this flying Tic Tac? I mean, is it capable of being the product of any other nation on the Earth?
No, like I said earlier, I think it defies current material science and the ability to develop that much propulsion. And I know there's been some physicists have done calculations, which is beyond anything that we have.
Well, either the United States has an adversary here in this world that we don't know, or we really have some serious investigations to do. I really appreciate you being here. Is there anything else about the November 14th, 2004 incident that you think is important for this committee to know that you haven't been asked here today?
No, it's been said it's probably the most credible UFO sighting in history based on all the sensors that were tracking it, and then for us to get visual and to go against the naysayers that it's something on the screen or whatever. I mean, there's 4 sets of human eyeballs. We're all very credible. Of the 6 of us that were involved in the thing, including the video, every one of us is going to do 20 plus years in the military in very responsible positions. So I'd say the world needs to know that. It's not a joke.
Thank you very much for your testimony here today for all of you, and I yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Ogles?
All right, guys, the internet is exploding with UFO theories right now because several California residents are uploading what appears to be a saucer-shaped craft being transported by government officials. The first known video popped up on Reddit, and then many other angles started swarming my Twitter feed. Now, I have no idea what this object is, and quite honestly, I don't think anyone does at this point. But I would venture to say it's not anything top secret because it doesn't even have a tarp covering it.
It looks like it's going through smoke. And it's way too low for a satellite. You gotta be shitting me right now. Well, no blinking lights. No sound. And it's going, what was that? Northwest to southeast. There are no satellites that follow that trajectory, and it's going too slow for a satellite. I got that on video. I just got that on video. Yeah, so that's not a satellite. That is not a meteor. that just pushed out in front of whatever this is. It didn't explode. It was a push. It was a...
I don't even know how to describe it. I'm at a loss for words too, trying to figure out what did it just project out or push out.
I still got him on camera.
Now I gotta look up Abilene, Texas. I need to look at like news articles, something.
I was glad to have Linda this morning finally say that there are live ETs on Earth at this present time, and at least 2 of them probably working with the United States government. An investigation was launched into this whole subject, and a document was prepared which concluded that at least 4 species had been visiting Earth for thousands of years. And this is my own view at this stage as well. The survival plan for the human species as an aide-memoire, and I name 5 different species here. I'm aware of more now. As a matter of fact, I saw a document just a few days ago that mentioned 20. And I think you, Mr. Chairman, were interested in some of the places they might come from. And I have in here Zeta reticuli, R-E-T-I-C-U-L-I, reticuli, the Pleiades, Orion, Andromeda, and the Altair star systems. So I don't think we can any more refer to them as they, because they're not an amorphous mass. They are different species and consequently may have different agendas. I don't think we can say that they all have the same agenda any more than we could say that the United States, China, and Russia have the same agenda.
Well, what we can say is I don't think we're ready for when the UFOs, UAPs, aliens, extraterrestrials make themselves known, start their plan of attack, whatever that is. I don't think we're ready.
Our real interests may be very similar, but as of now, our perceived interests are still quite far apart. The other species that I learned about not too long ago was called the tall whites. And this is when Paula Harris broke the story just a few years ago. And through her good offices, I had the chance to talk for about 3 hours with former Airman Charles Hall and listen to this absolutely fascinating story of how he was working with, first of all, he was scared out of his skin, but after that, when he got to know them, how he was working with, and finally they became to trust each other and have a good working relationship with the tall whites at the gunnery range at Indian Springs in Nevada. And these tall whites were living on United States Air Force property and working in cooperation with the United States Air Force and sharing technology.
Just released new video evidence of UFOs sighted from aircraft all across the United States, Europe, and Asia. These sightings have increased in the last 20 years. New evidence of UFOs are going to be unveiled soon.
I don't know what to think about this video. That shadow threw me off. It makes me think it's not real or maybe CGI or something like that. The shadow just threw me off.
My heart just sank.
See that? The way it pulled away from us, like it's toying with us. Like, okay, I'm gone.
The Gulf is completely out of its banks. It's all around Key Street. It's coming up the side street here. It's going to swallow up the whole town. I've got to get to cover.
That's why I be wanting a vacation house in Florida, man. But this right here stop you every single time when you think about this. I don't even know where Cedar Key is located. Whoa. Devastating. Devastating. And then this is Florida. You gotta worry about a gator or something crawling up your front door or in your window or in your from anywhere in your house.
Look!
I saw it. That ain't no normal cloud. I saw it.
You need to get the boy.
Project Bluebeam.
Did the kids come out to look?
Yeah, like how did that
Did you see it? Though when it was over here, it looked so crazy. It looked like it's on fire.
Yeah.
I don't think that's it. That's how it comes from over there.
That's the noise.
What the heck? Look at it, boy. Look at it. Look at it. That don't even look normal.
It really like a hole in it.
It like it turned into a spirit.
Why hasn't it run into the dome that everybody says we're up under? Why didn't it run into that? That's another thing I was thinking about.
This man just released the clearest photograph of the creature that was allegedly seen in Miami. Oddly enough, the man said the strange thing about this encounter was how in one of the photographs the creature appears to be transparent, and this matches what other residents have said. One resident said that this creature that was seen suddenly became transparent and appeared see-through, while another said that they tried to follow it, but it suddenly vanished. He was running away from the area at the time of the encounter, which is why the photographs are blurry. Interestingly, many have said that this isn't the first time that strange entities and sightings have been reported from this area, while others are not sure what to make of it. On social media, police officers have come forward and said that nothing was sighted, but other officers have said that they've been told that they can't talk about what happened. According to locals, they are currently facing encounters with mysterious entities standing at an imposing height of 8 feet, bearing a striking resemblance to large grey or insectoid entities. Recently, a man stepped forward and claimed to have had a video call with his father, who currently serves as a police officer in Miami. During the conversation, the son probed his father about the events that unfolded in Florida. However, the father disclosed that, at present, he is unable to divulge any specific details regarding the incident. Moreover, he mentioned that higher-ranking individuals have instructed him not to disclose anything. This testimony sheds light on the delicate nature of the situation and the strict confidentiality measures in place. It implies that there may be more to the story that is being deliberately kept under wraps for now. In a rather peculiar turn of events, yet another member of the police force has resorted to social media to share an intriguing revelation.
This is really bad, but you know the people that see orbs in the sky? Yeah. Go around that fly faster.
UFOs?
UFOs.
Yeah.
So what we do is we play with our own forces, make sure our trickery will work on the enemy. And those are directed energy weapons. Yeah. And we can make it look like an entire fleet is about to drop bombs on, let's say, Europe.
Who is doing this? The Navy, you said?
Somebody.
You see how he tried to tiptoe around that? Conspiracy.
Just say a group, you know.
And you know this for a fact?
I know for a fact.
It'd be seen with the naked eye? Or
yes,
was this something
because
that was only...
it glows. So it would be seeable, you can see it by the naked eye, and it would leave a radar trace.
There's something you don't see every day.
The pygmy gray aliens from the Zeta Star system.
I think by now everybody has seen the two aliens in the tractor. But I have a big surprise for you. Huge. Let's look at some of the interviews that Angel had and finally reveal the huge creature that he's talking about.
Aggressive breathing.
It's like growling in a way. Like you hear like that. I don't know. It's weird, man. Coming out of their chest? Yeah, kind of like growling, like a dog growling, something like that. Like aggressive breathing. Any metal pieces left behind? No. I'm sorry, what? Tell them about the teeth. Oh, the teeth. They had a lot of teeth. Like the one I saw had a lot of teeth, and they're like canine teeth. Were they hiding from you? In a way, yes, it kind of was. Pointy teeth, yes, kind of, yeah, pointy teeth. And then I see the alien creature. So when I saw it, it was a tall, skinny, lengthy creature. He was a gray, greenish color, and when I looked at it in the eyes, my body just froze. Like the same experience as having sleep paralysis. Keep in mind, I'm staring at him, and I look at his whole body, and he has a weird-looking feet and a big face, and eyes, and you can see a big mouth. And I could hear his loud, deep breathing.
Please look above the yellow tractors, that huge dinosaur-looking creature. You can see it clearer here. Now here is in infrared. Look at the big eyes. The black part is the eyes.
Later heard footsteps on their roof. They saw one of the 8-foot-tall creatures climb behind the controls of a large front loader stored in the yard, as if trying to engage it. He got a good look at one of the creatures, he said, a greenish-grayish being with large eyes and long legs. He says he could hear its deep breaths.
I'll edit this part for you so that you can see a little bit better. And I'll do a sketch. Let me know what you think.
It's probably the best one I've seen yet.
Hey y'all, Maya here. So this was sent to me anonymously. It was taken on or about June 8th, 2023 in upstate New York. This gentleman recorded what looks like to be an alien in his backyard, his backyard garden. Right now this is headlines. And this is one of many videos that have been sent to me and pictures of what people are capturing on their ring cams, on their security cameras. I find it interesting, and I'm questioning why. After the whole alien landing May 1st in Las Vegas, Nevada, all of a sudden now we have all these sightings of actual alien beings. Why? Is something gonna happen? You tell me. Like, post, comment, repost, let me know.